Okay, so I just want to do a very quick review of my 2023 Husqvarna Vitpilen 401. I bought this bike about 2.5 months ago. I've only done 2 mods to it, as you can see. The bar and mirrors, the stock ones, they kind of look like rabbit ears to me every time I saw them. I really like these a lot. I love the way they look. They don't provide enough screen real estate, but it is what it is. I can see enough. And the other mod that I did was a tail tidy that I got on Amazon. I think I only paid like $70 Canadian for this. It's not as clean as that. I really wanted to get the one by I forget the name of the company, MTHBX LGBTQ+. I don't remember what that company's called, but their license plate delete was very nice, but it was on back order, and I didn't want to wait. I already waited 2 months for it to arrive, and it didn't. So I ended up buying this one. And you know what? It's not bad. It's not as clean as the other one, but sorry for the cover up. Looks a little ghetto, but it is what it is. And anyhow, for the price I paid, I didn't have to wait, and I got it. It went on pretty straightforward. And yeah, I'm happy with it. As you can see, it's got those spacers underneath. The other one by MTHBX, whatever, that fits more flush underneath and it looks really sharp. But it would be like twice the price, 2.5 times the price. Personally, I really don't care. It fits. This one does come with illumination for the taillight, but I didn't install it because where I live, you don't need to have your plate illuminated. But as far as the bike goes, I really like this bike a lot. I'm actually really surprised how much I like it. It's only 400 cc's or just under, but you know what? It's a little pocket rocket in town. It's got plenty of speed. I'm older. I've been riding for a long time, on and off. I've had 2 R6s. I've had an R1. And I've had a CBR 600. And when I was a kid, I had an RM80. But I don't know, man, there's something about this bike. I just love jumping on it. It's so light. It's only like 330 pounds or so. It's slim, it's light, it's flickable, it's easy to ride. I wouldn't mind getting another R6 and another R1, but you know, I was thinking about that. If I had both those bikes, if I had this bike and an R1 or an R6, I have a feeling I would ride this bike more. I would keep those other bikes for track bikes, or, you know, for just the weekend blasting around. But this bike is just, it's so easy to just jump on and just take off. Yeah, I don't know. I'm smitten with it. I've had no problems with it. I know others have had problems with antifreeze leak, like coolant leak. I haven't. I haven't had any oil leak. You know, I mean, this bike wasn't very expensive. I paid $8,600 out the door, Canadian. The brakes are okay. They're not as, you know, as good as I'd like them to be. But you know what? It is what it is, and I don't know. I just love this thing. The suspension, I've got this thing, both compression and dampening, twisted right down to, I think, 1. Because I like to brake late and hard, and the stock setting was just way too soft. But you know, your mileage may vary. I think I tightened down I forget what I did. I think I left this stock. Yeah, I think I left this stock. But I do want to put on a new exhaust, just because I think I want to open up the back end just to show more of that wheel. I really love the spokes. The color of this is more like it's like a, I don't know what to say. It's like a titanium gold, brown tint, like a bronze almost. Hi. Anyhow, sorry about that. Some people were walking their dog and I got into a conversation with them. Actually, that's actually a good point. If you don't like getting attention, this is not the bike for you. I've had so many people comment on my bike at gas stations, traffic lights, everywhere I go. People just stop me and ask me what this is. A lot of people think it's a Ducati for some reason. But yeah, it definitely gets a lot of attention, I'll tell you that. Way more than my other bikes did. It just has a very unique styling to it. It just has this sort of retro look. Like, I feel like it's like got this sort of 1950s cafe racer James Dean kind of bike, you know? Like, that kind of era. Just, yeah. Yeah, it's just, oh man, I just love this thing so much. I just look forward to jumping on it all the time. It's not as uncomfortable as my other bikes were. This bike it definitely sits tall. If you're a shorter rider, I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm 5'9", and I can flat foot this. I have a pretty tall inseam though for someone 5'9", so your mileage may vary. But yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. I once saw a 5'1" girl riding a GSXR 1000, and if she could ride it, then yeah, you'll be fine. I don't consider this a beginner bike, and I don't know why. Even though it's 400cc or just under, it's still, you can have a lot of fun on this thing, man. I would love to track this bike, actually. I've tracked my R6s, never tracked the R1, but I would love to track this thing. I don't feel comfortable leaning this thing. I've got a proper motorcycle jacket and boots, but I don't have pants, so I don't feel comfortable leaning this thing over completely. The tires, I don't know, they're all right. They don't inspire too much confidence. I'd like to completely get rid of those strips, but like I said, not without proper gear. Yeah, what else can I say about the bike? Yeah, I just always look forward to jumping on this thing. I actually just washed it about an hour ago. Gave it its first bath. Anyhow, I'm not sure what else to say. The paint is very thin on this thing. I accidentally taking the sticker off, took a bit of paint off. I was being impatient and I didn't want to heat up the sticker with my heat gun. I just picked away at it, and yeah, that happened. It's not a big deal. Stuff like that doesn't really bother me that much. Very, very cool looking bike. Anyhow, if anyone has any questions, let me know. I've never done a video review. I'm not the type that likes to talk on videos and whatnot, but thought I'd do one because I know a lot of people are looking at this bike, especially for the price, man. I paid $8,600 Canadian for this out the door. I can't believe it. Oh, I was like, why not? Oh, by the way, what I did want to say is I actually ride this every day as my main form of transportation. I'm only riding this for now, every day, not using a car. So I'm riding this in, I don't care, the rain, the cold, doesn't matter to me. And it's very easy to ride as a daily, if anyone plans on riding it as a daily. I actually really enjoy riding a bike as a form of transportation as opposed to my other bikes, which I would either track or ride on the weekends or after work. You know, I just kind of got bored, and that's why I stopped riding a long time ago, is because I just kind of got bored of it for some reason. But now that I'm using it every day to ride, I love it. Even though my rides are only like 15-20 minutes, and then just jumping on it to go to the store, you know, go here, go there, tool around, run errands. It's just fun getting shit done when you're on a nice light bike like this that's peppy. Climbing aboard my R1 or my R6, you know, I just always wanted to put my gear on one of those bikes, because when you have a bike like that, you just want to ride it hard. And don't get me wrong, you can ride this bike hard if you want, but it's just, I don't know how to explain it. You have to just experience it. This bike is just very, very easy to ride. You're not going to be intimidated by it. I mean, maybe if you're a new rider, you would be, but if you're an experienced rider and you've been riding a long time, trust me, like, you would love to have this as a second bike or a third bike, just to get things done really quickly, just to have fun, boot around town, go here, go there, get groceries. There's my backpack. That backpack goes with me everywhere. Got that by Triple Aught Design. It's a messenger bag. There's my helmet. It's my Chevy. And I just put my backpack on and I do everything on this bike. But yeah, so this video is getting a little bit long, but I really don't care. Like I said, I don't do types of videos like this, so if you're watching it this far, then you're probably interested in it, and if you're not, then buy that. Look at that headlight, eh? Is that not just the best? Look at that thing. It's just, this bike is so minimalist. The aesthetic just, I think they nailed it. I love the way these come out on the side, because when you're riding and you kind of, a lot of times I'll just rest my left hand on that piece right there, and it's just nice. Look at that. I just love that wide look. I wish it had a wider back tire. I mean, this isn't bad. I don't know what this is. I think it's a 150. It's not bad, but I wouldn't mind a wider tire, bigger contact patch. I do feel like, I don't feel comfortable leaning this thing completely over. That's why I haven't, as you can tell. But if I get a pair of proper pants and a puck, I'll definitely lean this thing. Tires aren't the best, but I mean, they're not bad. Just got to heat them up really good. But this thing is definitely a pocket rocket. Anyhow, I better close out this video. Right? Later.